Hello, hello! Welcome to my channel. It's spooky season, so I will be making a spooky doll. Let's look at the concept art. So pretty early on, I knew that I wanted to make a bat-themed character. I actually started drawing some ideas in my sketchbook. I wasn't sure what style of clothes I wanted to give her at first, so I just drew her in a bunch of different outfits until I found something I was happy with. Ultimately, this drawing became my inspiration. And after some tweaking, this is the final concept art. She will be in a low-cut, bat-shaped dress, and she will have black hair with white strands and yellow eyes. She will also have some bat ears and wings. Alright, let's get started. I will be using this Rochelle Goyle as the base since she comes with bat-like ears and wings. Funnily enough, I have multiple of her, but this is the only one that still has her wings. Katrine Demue was also a contender for the base doll since her skin color was the color that I wanted, but she's the only one that I have and she's not exactly cheap. Anyway, let's strip our girl and get started. Once she was undressed, I do the normal process of stripping the doll, removing her head, taking off her factory paint, and getting rid of her hair. Once complete, I start to paint her. Her skin will be a plain white, so I paint her body accordingly. I did about 2 coats of paint. When she was done drying from the paint, she still had some streaks showing, so I dusted her with some white soft pastels to hopefully give her a more even look. Now for the face up. I started by blushing her cheeks and nose. And then I just went right into drawing the eyes. I have my sketchbook nearby so that I can get the shape of her eyes as similar as possible. Her face is fairly simple. Her sclera, the white portion of the eye, will be black, with her bright yellow eyes acting as the focal point. Once I was done with the pencils, I moved on to my gouache paints. These paints tend to be a bit more vibrant than my pencils, so I like to finish off the face up with them. I also gave her cute little fangs, and the face up is done. Her dress was simple, just a basic black dress with some modifications. Since she's a bat doll, I sketched on some divots at the bottom of her dress and sleeves for the iconic bat look. did it again! No way. Here's how the dress turned out. For some extra details, I painted the edges of her dress with a silver paint. At the last minute, I decided to make her a little cape to go with her outfit. Her dress is cute, but I thought it might be a little too plain. So I found this free pattern of a cape and tweaked it to fit our girly. I did a couple of practice capes to gauge the size until I was ready for the actual cape. I chose this bright red fabric, almost resembling blood, to be her cape. I cut out the necessary pieces and sewed them together. She will have some feather fluff on her cape as well. I decided to place it at the bottom of the cape and on her hood. Here it is all done. Like I said earlier, she will have black hair with some white strands. This process took hours as per usual. I did try a new technique to hopefully speed this process along, but it didn't work out for me. When I was done plucking her hair, I placed glue on her head to make sure none of her hair comes out. Then I set her to dry overnight. Once dry, I poured boiling water over her hair, combed it out, and set her to dry once more. Now that her main components are pretty much done, it's time to make her some accessories. I started with this ribbon-like garter belt. At least that was the idea anyway. Her concept art has netted stockings, but I don't know how to make those, so I settled for this. I did like how it turned out though. She will also have some waist accessories on her dress and cape, so I made these tiny little skulls out of clay. I painted them silver to match her dress. I attached one of the skulls to a bow, as it will be going on her cape. The skull bow will act as a clasp, so I glue it on one side of the cape. And then I attach some elastic on the inside of her cape. This way, I will be able to open and close the cape when it's on the doll. The last piece of accessories will be this black ribbon that will go around her waist. I had my mom make some red beaded jewelry to adorn the ribbon. I thought that the red beaded jewelry could signify blood, which is like an homage to vampires. I also attached the second skull that I made to the ribbon. All that's left to do is to attach her head to her body again. I also curled her hair a bit. And with that, she is complete. She has quite a bit of clothing and accessories. I decided to name her Morgana. I was inspired by Mavis's name from Hotel Transylvania, and I think this name is very fitting. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye. Then she comes with bat-like ears and wings. Funnily enough, I have multiple dang! Rochelle Goyle. Golly. I will be using this Rochelle... Dang! Dude, her name! Rochelle Goyle. I will be using this Rochelle Goyle as the base... I was going too fast. Hold up, let's just start over. I will be using this Rochelle Goyle as the base since she comes with bat-like ears and wings. Funnily enough, I have multiple of her... Dang! I don't know, man. Once she was undressed, I do the normal process. Dang! Once she was undressed, I do the normal process. I chose this bright... Sorry, it just got to me how funny that was. I chose this... I'm about to start laughing.